Good morning, History 103. I hope you're well. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you. Fortunately, last week I was very much under the weather and was unable to record a video lecture. But also, I, through email, sent out an important change to the course, and I think we're all on the same page with it, but I just want to go ahead and verbally tell you what the situation is, just to clear up any questions you might have. So what I decided to do, especially given the fact that the current situation has been difficult physically and mentally for everybody, is to, with the exception of the video lectures, so this week and next week, and the discussion board for this week and next week, cancel our second primary source paper and our final exam. It's just a burden that I think we can go without while we try to take care of ourselves and our families at this time. And so if you have been completing assignments up until this point, and if you continue to complete assignments by listening to the video lectures and doing discussion board prompts, then I'm offering you an A in the class. So most of you, I believe, have gotten back to me responding to my emails last week. The majority, at least, have. If you haven't, email me. And keep up with, again, these video lectures and the discussion board assignments, and then that'll be all you need to get an A for the class. And so this week is our second to last week now, and the next week will be our last week, which would have been the last week of the regular classes of the semester in any case. Okay, so this week, what I'm going to try to do, since I was under the weather last week, is try to compact 2 weeks into 1 week. So what I'm going to be talking about today is expanding on the slideshow that is called Manifest Destiny, Western Expansion and Political Conflict. You can find that on Blackboard, where all the rest of the slideshows are. And this slideshow, if you pull it up and you look through it, you'll see that it is actually 2 slideshows, one long slideshow that I broke it up into 2. And so what I would have talked about last week is the first portion, which is entitled Manifest Destiny, Western Expansion and Political Conflict, 1835 to 1850. What I had planned to talk about exclusively this week, if you scroll down to another title slide, is called The Impending Crisis, or The Irrepressible Conflict, 1854 to 1861. So what I've decided to do today, just for purposes of time, is to talk very briefly about the first portion of this long slideshow, and then spend a little bit more time talking about the second part. So what I'm going to do is skip through these slides, both of them, pretty quickly. I'm going to try to do this in 45 minutes. That seems to be the right length for these video lectures when it's just me talking. And I'm not going to talk about every slide in detail. This is intended to really just give you a sort of sense, in addition to the reading from American Yacht, of the major issues that led to the American Civil War, which is what we'll talk about next week. What I'm not going to talk too much about, just for purposes of time, is the book, The Radical and the Republican. It's a book that I had asked you to get and was going to be a part of the final exam. And if you purchased it, just be aware of the fact that you can resell it, and I'm going to actually assign it next semester, so you should be able to resell it back. So slides that pertain to that book, I'm going to just sort of skip over, just to give you a broad understanding of the sort of stakes of the events that led to the Civil War ultimately. So to start off with, if we go to the top,